Okay, guys, welcome. I want to show you how to play the League of Runeterra. Okay, you can basically just go on the game and download it and watch the tutorials and play the tutorials. Or you can just watch this quick tutorial I given you, and it will show you a little more things that sometimes the tutorial might not fully cover unless you go in game and play. Okay, so these are my decks. If you go and play, you'll see different decks and stuff. Right? I don't have much decks, but all these decks were basically just randoms, except this one and this one is the two main ones that are doing these days. Alright, so you can pick like two different factions for your decks, right? Every deck will only have two for the most factions. So right now this is the Freelord, you know, faction, and this is the Ionia one. Okay, and you can just pick any two. You have Piltover and Zorn, Shadowers, and Demacia. So I'll go in this, right? And you can edit it right here, and you can have up to 40 cards and 6 champions max. Okay, when you go in and pick your cards, you could just come right here and you could pick Ionia and Freylord, and you could just like pick which cards you want, but you can only have 6 champions in your deck. So for example, I have Brahms, so you could see I have 2 Brahms in my deck. That is 2 champions. I have 1 Ash, I have I think 2 Anivias, and a Tryndamere. So that is six champions, right? They can only pick the champions from these things. Since I'm making the deck with Freylord and Ionia, I can only pick champions from those factions. So these are the cards you could pick. Once you pick these two or whatever two factions, you'll see cards from those sections alone. And if you click show unown, you could get to see the cards you do not own. Also, it is be highlighted gray with 0 initial above it. If it highlighted gray with max, that means that you can't buy any more of it. You already have too much of that specific card. So the ones with 0 is what you could buy, right? So right now I'm not buying any, but if you want to buy, you could say show unowned and click like this, right click on it, and you would see that you could buy it with a wildcard. You'll see a balance if you could buy it, and if you don't have a wildcard, you could buy right here. Okay, so I'll just get going with this deck, and when you're ready, you could just jump in a rank or a normal game. Alright, so I'll show you example how the normal games is be. Just have little tips at the bottom here, it could help you. Use the eye icon on the left to preview the results of combat. I'll show you what that means here also. This is a very fast-paced game, like, yeah, I really think every second of this card game. So at first it's giving you cards to choose. You could replace them, right? What idols usually do is at the beginning of the game you just have 1 mana. This is your mana bar, and normally these cards costing 8 mana. These are the mana costs at the top here, right? And you just have a timer that going down also. So these cards are too high mana for me to use early game. So right now I will replace them all. Look for cards that have 1 to 3 mana. Or I would usually keep Ash, but I have other good cards in this deck to look forward to. So I wouldn't keep Ash this time, because that'll be coming on the 4th round. I could probably play her. Right, look, I get better cards like this, but I ain't get no 1 mana cards. So I cannot play any of these cards at the beginning of the game. Right? This sword means it's their turn to attack. Okay, so if you see the sword up here, that means that they could choose to attack, right? You see he's attacking because he have the gold sword on his corner. I can't defend it because I have no 1 mana cards. So the game automatically just skip me once I do not have enough mana to play a certain card. Right now it's my turn. Right? I can play this card, I can play this card. Both is 2 mana cards. And I can also play this spell because I have 2 mana and I have 1 in the magic in the spell mana section, right? You can only use this for spells, but you could use this for champions. So since I have 2 here, I could use a champion. And since I have 1 and 2, 3 here. I could use this spell if I want to because this only costs 2. So I'll just play this to be safe. Okay, it's my turn to attack, right? But I know if I attack, he will defend with one of these cards, right? And both of these cards to me are 1 mana cards, right? So I using a 2 mana card to attack one of these 1 mana cards, and usually he will just defend with 1. And since his attack is 1 for each, and my defense is 1, he would kill my card and I would kill his card. So I will not choose to attack right now, because it would just happen and two of the cards clashing and dying. So this is a defensive method you could use, right? So he played a next 1 card, and he turned it over yet, but now it is. So he could pass. Okay. So now I have 3 mana. I could summon a 3 mana card. Usually I'll go for the defense because right now I'm defending, because right now he have a lot of monsters on his field. See, he just killed my card. This have an ability, deal 1 damage to enemy unit, which is this card. He's gonna deal damage. I can actually counter it because you see when they say press OK, or they highlights on a card in your hand, which is this card and this card, you can actually play this to counter react his card, his skill. So I could press deny and deny him from killing my card, or I could let him kill it, which I'm going to do because I don't want to use up all my mana. Right? Because if I did that, I wouldn't be able to summon Brum. Brum is a good defense card. He have 5 defense, and he does regen life every turn. When you want to see our card abilities, just right click on them and hover over the little ability icons here. So you can see that Brum have a challenger icon and he have a regeneration icon. This means he could choose when he attacking, he could choose who to block him, and this means he will regenerate full life at the end of each round once he isn't dead. So right here I would block. Doesn't matter, all of them have 1 attack, so I just block this one. He didn't attack with this card because this would deal 3, and he know Brum would just take the hit. How Brum does work, he needs to take damage from 10 out of 10 total damage to actually level up. And this will have make him level up faster because he have 3 attack. Right? So, I'll play this card.
The Yordle here is with me.
You really have to read the abilities because each ability is really important in this game, and they could counter other abilities. So this is elusive. This means that only an elusive enemy can block her. So if you check, he have no elusive cards, right? So he can't block her right now if I attack with her. I'm gonna play this. He could frostbite an enemy, which means basically right, he could freeze somebody to 0 attack for 1 turn. If you go here, you could just hover over frostbite and you could read what it does, right? But you have to play him to get the effect. So now I could, since you see how it have little hook icons over them, that means Brum could hook someone towards them. So I'm gonna hook the highest power person, because if I don't, he will just use this to kill this. Okay, so usually he will just use a Poro instead now, or a Bird. So let's see how it goes. See, he used the Bird, and this have 1 attack, this have 1 defense. They'll both kill each other. He have 3 attack, 1 defense. Nobody can block her on his side because none of them are elusive enemies. So she could just attack his life points directly, which means he lost 3. Alright. So I have a next elusive enemy here. Once you see this little icon, they don't need to say elusive. Sometimes they do, but this little eye with the slash right through the middle means that they are elusive, like here. And he's also a hooker, like challenger. I just call them a hooker because they can hook someone towards you. So, this is the hard part now. You have this card. Mm, I'll use spells this turn, right? I'll freeze this guy. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want I want to use this card. Right? This is a spell that does give an ally barrier and lifesteal this round. Okay? So barrier, what it does is negates the next damage that the unit would take and lasts for 1 round. So this guy, he really strong. He would kill any of my cards. Oh, well, he hooked Brum. I wanted Brum to defend the attack from him and get this, but I'll just have to give her it. Probably I should kill this guy with her instead. Right? So she have barrier. You see how she golden now? She have barrier on her. She can't die from an attack from one. See? But she killed him. Okay, so play this card. A little expensive, but he's also elusive. What I want to do is kill this Poro because this Poro could pull my Brum every time, and I want to defend with my Brum. So I'll do that stuff. Right?
They'll never see us coming.
My shield is my sword.
Right? He have a hook. So I can kill this Poro, and I would like if I pull this guy to Brum, he will kill Brum. So I will pull this guy instead, or this doesn't matter. Both of them have 3 attack, and it's attack. Oh, he gave this card 3 extra attack this round. Well, that is why I saved my 1 mana to use this. I could frostbite enemy with 3 defense. If you read, frostbite enemy with 3 or less health. So he has 3 health. I could make him frostbite. If you remember what frostbite does, make the attack 0. Right.
Here to watch the bloodshed, sir. Here to win the war, soldier.
Okay, so only because all of them have a lot of attack, I'll use this card. Kills all enemies with 0 power, but frostbites each enemy for 1 round. Okay. So right now Darius can't kill anyone so far. You have to end his turn. Sadly I didn't get to summon any monsters. Now I have Anivia. Cool thing about Anivia
My
is
talons are frost. My wings.
every time she attacks she deals 1 damage to all enemies. All enemies, and even the Nexus, right? And if she dies, she's turning into an egg, which is this, and she's transformed back once you have 10 mana. So let's see how this works.
I bring the storm.
Right? I will hook this guy.
Have you met my shield?
Right? and I would, yeah, I would attack his life for the rest of stuff. Oh, this is the spell that Anivia did. Deals 1 damage to all enemies. He could stop this spell if he have a deny, right?
You must get my leads
Okay,
first.
so he gonna kill Anivia, and you'll see how she'll change into an egg. But that don't mean she's dead. She could always transform back, but you have to wait a while, which is okay. Can't defend these two because you see how they're glowing like this. That means they're elusive. See? So these two will die because they have 1 defense, right? These two will just lose 1 attack, 1 defense. I mean, right?
Strike them down.
That's Anivia's spell,
Hunted down.
right?
I will be reborn.
See, she changed her egg Nivea, just like the game. Okay, so all I need to do is survive 1 more round, which might be really hard. The reason why I say that is because if I survive 1 more round, these two could attack their life directly next round and win, right? But that would be a little difficult because, yeah, all of this Darius getting stronger.
It is easy. See?
All of them have overwhelmed. Need a little miracle. So, you see how things go. I might not be able to keep
Not done.
all of them alive. Okay, so what I could do is Frostbite Darius. Alright, there's a start. Okay, I might have to sacrifice him. Alright, actually, I might have to sacrifice everybody. Okay,
You are safe withdrawal.
Hold up.
okay, so I'll use this. This means I could recall an ally and summon a shadow clone basically. Not shadow clone, it's a living shadow, but yeah, you can summon it and it will take her place. So I'm gonna do that, and I can't defend with my egg, that's too brutal. I need to keep my egg alive. I'll Frostbite Darius, and I could still use another spell, right? Because it's still my turn. I would use Living Shadow, right? So I'll block with this.
Blind for Noxus.
Right? And Brom get
Look
to
how
level up.
we have grown.
That smile. Right. So I could summon him, but she's the smarter pick. Because next turn I
Get
want to
ready.
attack with her.
That's my resting face.
Right? This is a close match. These are how these games go. Right? It's all about fighting to the end. Don't ever give up in this game because you never know what card you could pull. Alright? Here's a message system. You could just like text friends and stuff while you're in the game. Let's see what he'll do.
Join me in
Ooh, the
battle.
guy who don't die, man. Okay, so Anivia's supposed to be able to transform back. That animation
Eternal
real cool
winter.
because they have 10 mana. Right? Out of everything, boy, this card. Okay, so I have to make it work. So basically, this is what I'll do. Hmm. I'll summon the Yeti, I guess. Right? She get 3 attack because when you summon some ally, she's get 1 extra. Okay? And now, since Anivia transform, Okay, so this is what Anivia could do when she level up, right? Remember, she deals 1 to all enemies at this stage. Now that she turns to a full bird, like you can see, she's a full frost bird. She could deal 2 damage to all enemies, even the Nexus, so he'll have 3. And then she could attack the life directly, and that is just enough to win the game.
I bring the storm.
So just for kicks, I would pull this guy, because no. I'll pull this guy. Because everybody else will kill my Brom. I don't want my Brom die. Even though it's the end of the game. Hopefully. He could always stop my spell.
Try me.
See, he's gonna kill Anivia, but that is okay. Because she done gonna do her spell before this happens. Right? You must always click their decks though to see in case you forget what faction they're using, even though you could clearly see Triname is a Freelord and these are Noxus people. You can always left click their deck and hover and you would see that they have these champions in their deck, how much cards they have left and what factions they are using. You can always click yours too to see your factions and your champions you have. And when you hover over them too, you could see like if your cards close to leveling up, because some cards could level up even within their deck. So Ash leveled up. This is how Ash supposed to look by Frostbite so much enemies. Right? So I press OK. So he does 2 there. And you see he say I win. Basically people just do that when they know you do good and you win them. Right? It's a nice custom to like just send back a nice little emote like bam, she's gonna attack and she wins. Right? Sometimes the game could really go like you win on your turn, or they could legit just change the outcome on that exact turn and just they win the next turn. It's all about fighting for that last round. Like that's how intense it is usually be for me. So if you like the game, you would get accustomed to the little competition and stuff. Right? But everything's really nice in this game so far. I love it. The deck's really unique, right? This is just my deck, but there's other decks like there's the dead deck, like I named the dead deck because basically it's a bunch of undead people. You would see like okay, like this. You could summon 3 unleashed spirits. These things are ephemeral, or however you pronounce it, right? Ephemeral. Basically, that means that they're not alive, right? And they would die. This unit dies when it strikes, like if it attacks, or when the round ends. So if you attack with this, it disappears right after. No matter if it wins or lose or whatever, it will do its job and die, right? Or once the round end, like your whole round end, and it's the enemy turn now to attack or your turn to attack, this will die at the end of the round. It have plenty of these monsters that really strong. Even though they die at the end of the round, you could bring them back through other means, and they're really strong and useful. They like you can say like they're like Karibos, but not really, because you can defend and attack with them. They're really awesome, right? You must check it out. And there's other nice decks, right? But that's just some of the abilities I'll show you. And I hope you like the stream, right? Because this is my first time doing LOR. So please come back soon, right? Like and subscribe. See you later.